Em em chào chị. Vâng, vâng, em học rồi ạ. Sự phối hợp là Team Spirit. À đâu, cái Team Spirit đấy nó là cái gì mà đồng đội cơ. Sự phối hợp là um, co coordination. Kỷ luật là discipline, discipline, line, discipline, discipline. The exercise, uh, intense exercise. Vâng ạ. Sức bền là như là endurance, endurance. Tinh thần đồng đội ạ. Referee, referee gì đâu, em không biết đọc người như nào, em quên cái này. Referee. Spectator, spectators, spectators, spectators. um, um, cardio, cardio, cardiovascular, cardiovascular. Lúc mà em tra trên mạng em thấy thế.
Thực ra nhưng mà cái tim mạch này nó sẽ ứng dụng được vào đâu? Tức là các cái bệnh về tim mạch hay là như nào?
Chắc là sẽ, chắc là thế, hoặc là um, mấy cái bài cái gì ấy chị, em cũng không biết.
Đấy, lần sau tìm từ mới thì để ý cho chị cách dùng luôn nhá. Tức là mình tìm xong rồi mình tra xem là cái từ đấy nó sẽ áp dụng ở trong những câu như thế nào. Đọc là cardiovascular là ok, nhưng mà chị nghĩ là cái từ này đi thi sẽ không nhớ được lâu đâu. Sẽ khó nhớ đấy. Bởi vì nó liên quan đến là cái vấn đề tim mạch, từ gọi là từ chuyên ngành của y khoa, cho nên là nó sẽ khá là khó nhớ. Khả năng phục hồi sau thất bại.
Resilient,
Resilience.
resilient.
Resilience. Rồi, ok. Thế thôi, hôm nay kiểm tra từ vựng nhẹ nhàng vậy thôi. Em có muốn xem lại video không?
Xem lại cái video một thôi chị ạ. chứ. Mình ai
Hôm nay
thì không cần.
thì sẽ chắc là tầm tuần sau nữa là bắt đầu khóa mới ấy. Mà cái khóa mới này là chị nghĩ là sẽ có một cái sự khác biệt so với khóa này. Khóa này thì cô sẽ kiểu cho các em những cái câu hỏi khá là dễ, với cả các em sẽ không bị thắt chặt cái vấn đề gọi là freestyle với cả phản xạ như khóa sau đâu. Còn khóa sau là chị nghĩ là sẽ tách biệt ra khỏi cái script nhiều hơn đối với khóa này đấy. Cho nên là buổi hôm nay chị sẽ bắt đầu tập dần dần. Chị sẽ không show cái câu hỏi mà chị hay đọc nữa, mà chị sẽ chỉ đọc miệng này thôi. Và em sẽ phải nghe xem là chị đang đọc câu hỏi nào để em trả lời. Và trong quá trình trả lời nhá, cái này là chị đã dặn từ mấy hôm trước rồi. Trong quá trình trả lời là hạn chế nhìn script này, tăng cái eye contact với cả cái body language của mình lên, để như kiểu là mình đang nói chuyện này nhá.
Vâng.
Hôm nay có thể chị sẽ hỏi những cái câu hỏi bên ngoài nữa, cho nên là phải cố gắng hết sức để trả lời cho chị.
Vâng ạ.
Thấy màn hình chưa?
Em thấy rồi ạ.
Ok.
In 2013, a group of researchers at DeepMind in London had set their sights on a grand challenge. They wanted to create an AI system that could beat not just a single Atari game, but every Atari game. They developed a system they called DeepQ Networks, or DQN, and less than 2 years later, it was superhuman. DQN was getting scores 13 times better than professional human games testers at Breakout, 17 times better at boxing, and 25 times better at video pinball. But there was one notable and glaring exception. When playing Montezuma's Revenge, DQN couldn't score a single point, even after playing for weeks. What was it that made this particular game so vexingly difficult for AI? And what would it take to solve it? Spoiler alert, babies. We'll come back to that in a minute. Playing Atari games with AI involves what's called reinforcement learning, where the system is designed to maximize some kind of numerical rewards. In this case, those rewards were simply the game's points. This underlying goal drives the system to learn which buttons to press and when to press them to get the most points. Some systems use model-based approaches, where they have a model of the environment that they can use to predict what will happen next once they take a certain action. DQN, however, is model-free. Instead of explicitly modeling its environment, it just learns to predict, based on the images on screen, how many future points it can expect to earn by pressing different buttons. For instance, if the ball is here and I move left, more points, but if I move right, no more points. But learning these connections requires a lot of trial and error. The DQN system would start by mashing buttons randomly, and then slowly piece together which buttons to mash when in order to maximize its score. But in playing Montezuma's Revenge, this approach of random button mashing fell flat on its face. A player would have to perform this entire sequence just to score their first points at the very end. A mistake? Game over. So how could DQN even know it was on the right track? This is where babies come in. In studies, infants consistently look longer at pictures they haven't seen before than ones they have. There just seems to be something intrinsically rewarding about novelty. This behavior has been essential in understanding the infant mind. It also turned out to be the secret to beating Montezuma's Revenge. The DeepMind researchers worked out an ingenious way to plug this preference for novelty into reinforcement learning. They made it so that unusual or new images appearing on the screen were every bit as rewarding as real, in-game points. Suddenly, DQN was behaving totally differently from before. It wanted to explore the room it was in, to grab the key and escape through the locked door, not because it was worth 100 points, but for the same reason we would, to see what was on the other side. With this new drive, DQN not only managed to grab that first key, it explored all the way through 15 of the temple's 24 chambers. But emphasizing novelty-based rewards can sometimes create more problems than it solves. A novelty-seeking system that's played a game too long will eventually lose motivation. If it's seen it all before, why go anywhere? Alternately, if it encounters, say, a television, it will freeze. The constant novel images are essentially paralyzing. The ideas and inspiration here go in both directions. AI researchers stuck on a practical problem like how to get DQN to beat a difficult game are turning increasingly to experts in human intelligence for ideas. At the same time, AI is giving us new insights into the ways we get stuck and unstuck, into boredom, depression, and addiction, along with curiosity, creativity, and play. As machine learning advances, how do we ensure that the goals of artificial intelligence align with our goals? Brian Christian's The Alignment Problem explores the problems facing AI.
Okay, so before I ask you, so can you take a picture of the take notes for me and send it through Zalo for me, please?
Cái nào à?
Cái phần take note của mình ấy.
Nếu em lại không take note, em chỉ nhớ lại thôi. Nhưng mà em có cái phần trả lời ấy, em gửi cho chị nhé.
Thế thì có cần xem lại video 2 không?
Ghi 2 cũng được.
Rồi, ok. Bắt đầu từ buổi sau mình chỉ take note những cái ý chính thôi nhá. Đừng ghi cả câu như này nhá. Bởi vì khi mà ghi cả câu như này thì sau này nếu mà em không có script ý, mình sẽ không kiểm soát được cái grammar của mình đâu. Được chưa? Nếu mà đã ghi cả câu thì phải học thuộc các chị.
Vâng.
Nếu mà không học thuộc được thì chỉ có ghi ngắn gọn thôi. Còn sau đấy mình sẽ tự freestyle để mình nghĩ ra từ để tập phản xạ nhá.
Vâng.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you that what was DeepMind's goal in 2013?
DeepMind's goal in 2030 was to build an AI system that could learn to play many different video games well, without being trained for each game separately. They want AI to learn like human through experience.
Nhớ duy trì eye contact với cả không phụ thuộc quá vào script nhá.
Vâng.
And how does DQN predict the best actions?
DQN predict the best action by using deep neural network. It looks at the current image of the game. Action will likely bring the highest future reward.
Okay, and how does AI research relate to human psychology?
AI research relate to human psychology because humans also learn from curiosity, reward, trial and error, and discovery. Studying AI help us understand how humans learn, react, and make decisions.
How did DQN's exploration change with novelty rewards?
With novelty rewards, DQN explore more actively and more deeply. It didn't wait for reward from the game, but it also searched new places because it was curious. This made it more effective in hard games.
Okay, and what insights can AI offer about human experiences?
AI can show that humans are motivated not only by winning or rewards, but also by discovery, trying new things, and learning. This helps us understand why people explore, experiment, and enjoy challenges even without prize.
And how do people in your country find and use useful video games?
In my country, I think in my country, people will find people usually find useful video games through social media, reviews, and recommendations from friends. Many students search for games that helps them learn skills such as speed, teamwork, language learning, or problem solving. Some teachers also use educational games in class to make learning more fun and interactive, such as Kahoot and Blockhead. Because of its technology and smartphone, we can finding good games is very easy and convenient.
And what are the effects of playing video games for a long time?
In my opinion, playing video games for a long time can cause eye strain, bad posture, less physical exercise, and lack of sleep. Some players may become addicted and forget about homework, social life, or responsibility.
And can you give me some solutions to like avoid playing video games?
Some solution to reduce the effect of playing video games.
No, I mean, can you give me some solutions to avoid playing video games? I mean, avoid means stay away or reduce time of playing games.
We can reduce time playing games by setting a schedule, playing only after um, finish homework, and playing more educational or active game.
Do you like playing video games?
Mm, mm, um, uh, yes, because playing video games help me relax um after uh after a long time at school.
Anything else?
Mm, mm,
What about the negative effects of playing video games? Have you ever thought of
um,
that?
I um, I have I have experienced some negative effects of playing video games, like lack of sleep when um, like lack of sleep and um uh and cannot focus on studying.
Okay. And how does the rise of streaming platforms and content creators influence game popularity and sales?
Um, mm, the rise of streaming platform and content creator have a very strong influence on game popularity. Because when a famous streamer plays a new game, millions of viewers become curious and will become curious and want to try it too. Um, Content creators also help games stay popular longer because they keep creating interesting content and make the gaming industry grow faster and more powerful. Lead to
Okay, so let's move to the video number 2. Just watch it carefully and answer my questions. Can you hear the sound of the video?
Uh,
Can you hear it?
The victory of the underdog over the favorite energy
No.
training, the last-minute
Montage.
penalty shot that wins the tournament, the high-energy
No.
training montages.
How about now?
The victory of the underdog over the favored team, the last-minute penalty shot that wins the tournament, the high-energy training montages. Many people love to glorify victory on the playing field, cheer for favorite teams, and play sports. But here's a question. Should we be so obsessed with sports? Is playing sports actually as good for us as we make it out to be, or just a fun and entertaining pastime? What does science have to say? First of all, it's well accepted that exercise is good for our bodies and minds, and that's definitely true. Exercising, especially when we're young, has all sorts of health benefits, like strengthening our bones, clearing out bad cholesterol from our arteries, and decreasing the risk of stroke, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Our brains also release a number of chemicals when we work out, including endorphins. These natural hormones, which control pain and pleasure responses in the central nervous system, can lead to feelings of euphoria, or what's often called a runner's high. Increased endorphins and consistent physical activity in general can sharpen your focus and improve your mood and memory. So does that mean we'd get just as much benefit going to the gym 5 days a week as we would joining a team and competing? Well, here's where it gets interesting. Because it turns out that if you can find a sport and a team you like, studies show that there are all sorts of benefits that go beyond the physical and mental benefits of exercise alone. Some of the most significant are psychological benefits, both in the short and long term. Some of those come from the communal experience of being on a team. For instance, learning to trust and depend on others, to accept help, to give help, and to work together towards a common goal. In addition, commitment to a team and doing something fun can also make it easier to establish a regular habit of exercise. School sport participation has also been shown to reduce the risk of suffering from depression for up to 4 years. Meanwhile, your self-esteem and confidence can get a big boost. There are a few reasons for that. One is found in training. Just by working at skills, especially with a good coach, you reinforce a growth mindset within yourself. That's when you say, even if I can't do something today, I can improve myself through practice and achieve it eventually. That mindset is useful in all walks of life. And then there's learning through failure, one of the most transformative long-term benefits of playing sports. The experience of coming to terms with defeat can build the resilience and self-awareness necessary to manage academic, social, and physical hurdles. So even if your team isn't winning all the time, or at all, there is a real benefit to your experience. Now, not everyone will enjoy every sport. Perhaps one team is too competitive or not competitive enough. It can also take time to find the sport that plays to your strengths. That's completely okay. But if you spend some time looking, you'll be able to find a sport that fits your individual needs. And if you do, there are so many benefits. You'll be a part of a supportive community. You'll be building your confidence. You'll be exercising your body, and you'll be nurturing your mind. Not to mention having fun.
Okay, so in your opinion, what is a runner's high?
In my opinion, a runner's high is a happy and relaxed feeling that people get after intense exercise because their brain release special chemicals.
And what is a growth mindset?
Growth myself believe that people can improve their abilities through practice, learning, and effort. Mistakes are seen as chance to grow, not as failures.
What physical benefits does playing sports offer?
Mm, playing sport. Playing sport help improve muscle strength, flexibility, and heart health. It also help control weight and increase energy levels.
And how does playing sports boost self-esteem?
Mm, Playing sport boosts self-esteem because when people play sport, they improve their skills and see progress over time. Um, mm, um, Achieving goals or winning games also make them feel more confident.
And what physical benefits do, oh, I mean, how can being on a team improve mental health?
Mm, Being on a team can improve improve mental health because it gives people social support, friendship, and a sense of belonging. This reduces stress and loneliness. loneliness.
Um, well, what might stop someone from enjoying a sport and how can they overcome it?
Mm, um, People, um, I think people, I think people might be stopped from enjoying a sport by feeling shy and scared of losing or uh, or, or afraid they are not good enough. They can overcome this by starting slowly, practicing more, and choosing a sport they truly enjoy.
Okay, and what sport do people in your country usually choose to improve their health, body, and brain?
Um, I think in my country, many people um, choose to play badminton because it is easy to play and um, and it doesn't really need a big space. Um, mm, Badminton also improve body strength, heart health, and reaction speed, and it uh, so that it can help people relax after school or working.
Okay, and do you usually play sports?
Mm, um, yes, I usually play sport, such as um, badminton and volleyball. Because in my school, um, uh, in my school, mm, my PE teacher teaching me to play volleyball.
How long have you been playing volleyball?
Um, I have playing. I have uh play volleyball for 1 year. about 1 year.
And what do you think about volleyball?
I think volleyball is a very hot um, a very hot sport, and it very difficult to play because um, the player the volleyball player need to have a very need very tall, but to jump and smash by the hand. But I can not. I don't have enough tall to play that sport, and I can kiểu uh, uh, and whenever I play volleyball, I may feel hurt in my hand. My hand will be hurt.
Okay, and how do sports encourage personal goal setting and achievement?
Mm, um, sport sport encourage goal setting because players always try to um uh improve their ability